Hello, welcome. My name is Emily. Now I'm gonna do my my palette collection. I'm not sure about that word, but I'm gonna show you all my palettes and my eyeshadow palettes, I should say. I have done my lip products and my nail polishes, and I have to keep on going with these. I kind of don't like to do them because it's so much to prepare. Not for this one, it's not, but I have to count and I'm so lazy. But in this case the counting isn't that bad because I don't finish that many kind of any. But anyway, some came in, of course, or not of course, but it did, but not that many. I'm not sure if I counted wrong. I'm not sure. Who knows? But I'm gonna tell you the numbers first because otherwise I'm gonna forget, and that's no good. So last year I had 54 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm counting trios as the smallest one. Duos I actually count as singles, and those are not here. So I had 54, and if I count correctly, I only bought or got 2 palettes. No, sorry, 3. One I haven't written down because I wasn't sure if I was going to save it, but because it's here now, it's in my collection. And I haven't even looked at it even. I don't know the name of it, but I'm gonna write it down. So 3 palettes came in last year. That sounds like a very low number, but maybe it's the correct one. And I threw one away. It was a little physician's formula that I threw away during the year of 2022, the shimmer strips, because it didn't do anything anymore. And I'm going to show you the palettes by brand, so I hope I can keep track of everything, and we will see if I'm getting rid of some or if not. If I do, it's gonna be like 2 or something. We will see. I'm gonna start to show you the ones I have the most of, and I actually think it's a few that I have like 5 of. That's the most. But I'm gonna start high with Natasha Denona because I have a few smaller palettes of that brand. So the bronze palette is the first one, and I haven't used it much, but it looks like this. One thing I'm thinking of doing is, I can show you the other one. I have the Glam also, and it looks like this. And these you can pop out and switch around, and I'm thinking of doing that with these because the bronze one is very bronze. So maybe I can get more use out of them if I switch them around. I don't know, but I need to remember how they looked before so I don't mess it up. But that would be kind of fun. But we will see. I like them both, but haven't used them that much. I've used this one more though. But this lacks good transition shade. It has that one, and that one is so cool toned. No, did I point at the right one? No, I didn't. This one. It appears so cool tone on me, so it looks like a bit muddy. Enough about that. Then I have 3 like minis. I have the Mini Glam also. It doesn't contain the same shades, and you can't pop these out. That's a shame because that would be nice, but it isn't the same shade as in the bigger Glam. And I have the Mini Gold, looks like that, and I have the Mini Love. So that's one brand, and I'm gonna keep them all. Then we have ColourPop, which I have also 5 of, as I can see. I know there's some in the way in, but they're not here yet, so they will be in my next year's collection video. So I have Tinkerbell, Sprinkle a Little Magic, very cute palette, and cute colors, like it a lot. I'm going on a trip soon and I'm going to bring this because I love greens, and I think it's good that it has some nudes in it too, so you can do a variety of looks. And I have another greenish kind of palette, the Star Wars Mandalorian palette. This one looks like that. Also a green one with some neutrals, also good. This is a bit more muted, the greens, so I like actually the green in the other one better, but both are good. Then I have California Love, which is a really, I think, a very summery palette, warm tones. And I have Truly Madly Deeply, which is also very nice. It contains a couple of glitters, 3. The other one had some too, which is not good for traveling, but I like it anyway. And the last one is Fade Into Hue. This one that I haven't used at all, I think. It's going to be soon when I'm done with the palettes that I have in my Pandos eyeshadows. I'm trying to go through the older ones first, and then we'll get to this one. And this looks lovely. So that was my ColourPop. Then I have some Odin's Eye. 4, I think. Yes. I'm so curious on the new ones. I want to buy one of them at least. I have Elva 1, or just Elva. This one. This I bought after the Elva 2. It's a very neutral and all day suitable palette. And the Elva 2 is this one that is older to me. And this is very bright and nice. I have the Saga of Freja. I have such a hard time saying Swedish words in like English. I want to say Saga of Freja, but because of the of, it's Saga of Freja, I presume. I don't know. Odin's Eye is a Swedish brand, if you didn't know. And there's a mirror, and there's some shades. And on the other side, you have these shades. And I have the Hella palette, the collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist. She's also from Sweden. This one, haven't used it yet, but it seems like a very nice palette. So that was 4 from that brand. I have some Urban Decay. I have to look to see that I don't miss anything. I think I have 4. I know I got rid of some 2 years ago, so I have the Want to Run palettes that I just used in my Pandos eyeshadows. It's an okay palette, not the best shade range for me, because I love greens and blues, and these are not the kind of greens and greenish, bluish kind of shades. But it's fine. And I have the Naked Reloaded palette. I really don't like that shade, but I like the other shades. I don't like peaches like that. And the Naked 2, one of my oldest palettes. It's nice, but it contains too many shimmers and not many mattes, like 3 mattes. It's far too little, I think. And I have the Naked Basics. I had them naked, the Heat mini also, but I don't have it anymore. So that's Irma Decay. I will just go through. I have some tarts that I know that I have several of, and I have to look here because they are in different places. I have the Tartlet Toasted. And it smells so nice, like vanilla, I think. Very warm tone palette, which is not my favorite, but I have it. The Dream Big, like that. I like it. And the Tarteist Pro To Go, this one. It's a nice one too. And the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself, more of a shimmery palette with one matte, and the rest is shimmer, but it's very muted, so it's not some bright shimmers. And then I don't think I have many of anything, so I have a few that I have 2 of, so I'm going to show you them. I have the Lavender Breeze by Catrice. I have the Bold Gold Pressed Pigment palette, and the gold is just fading away. Also a warm tone palette. Don't really know why I bought that one. I didn't need it. And I have 2 Milani palettes, the Gilded Coast, which I had so high hopes of, and I was thinking of letting it go, but I haven't used it, so I have to try it again, because the blue ones are very black based, and that's a shame, I think, because they don't turn up as blue as I want. And the Soft and Sultry, which is a more of a cool toned, which I like. Then I have 2 Wet n Wild. I only had 1, but something came in. I have the Old Comfort Zone Wet n Wild palette. I can't get rid of this. I don't know why, but I like it. I like this shade. 1 shade. Yeah, but I like the whole palette actually. And until it goes bad, I keep it. I'm gonna keep it. And the Color Icon in Nude Awakening, which this was the one I really didn't realize that I had. And I haven't even opened it yet. Maybe I shouldn't. So it looks like that. It's a very neutral palette. We will see if I give it away to someone. I have 2 from Huda Beauty. Or is it more? No. The brown, Toffee Brown. I think I bought these last year, but I haven't written them down as new for last year, or have I? I have to double check, because it's so strange. Maybe they are not even on the list. No, they're not. So I did buy these. Okay, 2 more then. 4 new. I'm not very organized, am I? So strange. I have so many lists, and maybe that's why I can't keep track. Oh, I don't like that. Anyway, so 4 came in. This, as I said, is the Toffee Brown. And I talked about being prepared and such. I was clearly not. The Nude Light, which I hardly ever used, I think. And I have 2 Stila palettes. Something is glittery and on my skirt. This one, very old, that I had in my 50 Shades of Purple. Was it purple last year? Yes, it was last year. And I hit pan in everything but the dark brown. I used that so many times, but I couldn't hit pan. It's hardly looking used. And this is nice, actually, and still are nice. And the older palettes, if I still like them, I'm going to keep them. I can't give them away. So when they go bad, as the Physicians Formula did last year, I threw them away. The other one is very old. And it's in the light palette. And this I have a plan with. I'm going to try the colors and depot them, because I want to have the ones that works. I will probably not depot these two, and that one maybe not that. We will see, but some of the lighter shades, and see if I'm gonna keep them. So this is something that is not gonna show up in my palette collection next year. But I will try them out and see which one I want to keep, and then they're gonna be singles. Then we have two Anastasia ones. We have the Modern Renaissance. And we have the Soft Glam. Is it already dirty? No, I haven't even used it yet. Two, the small one that I got from my niece, not my niece, my daughter-in-law, I should say, and it was so nice of her, so I just got it. So this is one of my new ones. I haven't tried it yet, and I can take that thing away. Do I have more than one NYX palette? I don't think so, because I got rid of NYX last year, I think. I only have this one left, and this is a very old Butt Naked Underneath It All palette, and it has 3 highlighters and 4 blushes that I never use, and then it has 15 eyeshadows that I don't want this anymore. I never use it, but I have pan in one. Could you see that? It was in a project, and that was nice, but I have several other shades like that. And no, I'm not even going to depot because this is so hard to depot. So I'm just going to throw this away. It's so old. One of my first palettes, I think. So this is going, and that feels good. It's so big and bulky, and no, I don't want that. What do we have more? We have this one, the Collie Bible from BH Cosmetics, the first one, the 14 color eyeshadow and highlighter palette, and this still works, but this is something that we will see if I'm going to keep next year. But it's still a nice palette, but the shadows are very powdery now, so who knows how. I'm not going to depot it because I like the shades in here. Like in the Steel, I don't like everything, but in this I like everything. So this is going to stay, but next year we will see. What's in this little pile here? We have this one, the Certified Dream Without Fear, Love Without Limits, the Affinity 2 palette. And look at this. Do you see? It doesn't close anymore. So, and I really don't like this palette as a whole. I like the idea because I love it, because it's blue and green, but the shades, I don't think I'm going to keep everything, but I'm going to try to depot this also and see which one I want to keep, which ones are good and which ones are not, because this packaging is so bad. And I think I'm going to keep some of the blue matte shades and maybe the green mattes, because I don't have as many mattes of those. So this is also going as a palette, and we will see. Then I have this Pixie Natural Beauty. Is that the name? Eye Reflection Shadow Palette Natural Beauty. Yes, it is. This is a nice palette. A bit too many similar here, but the other are nice. So this row I could do without, actually. Maybe one of them. And we have the Bare Minerals, Bare Sensuals, that I like a lot, but use very rarely. It's more of a pink toned thing. Very nice consistency, but you don't bring it on trips because it's so big and heavy. I have one Julia's Place palette, the Masquerade Mini. Looks like that. And I have the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette that I don't use either. I'm bad at using eyeshadows that are not in a project. But it's nice too. We have, it's only one of every brand now, I think. I have a Koki palette, Pure Magic eyeshadow palette. This came in 2021, I think. It looks so nice. I want to use it, but I haven't yet. I'm so strict. I want to use the old ones until I'm done with them, to say. I don't know. This one. And I have Uoma Black Magic. This one. Also some nice shades. I have one Zoeva left, the Caramel Melange. I had two, but I got rid of one. And this is a bit too warm for me, but if you take that away, it isn't that bad. So it's nice. Still, I'm gonna keep it. And then one very old from Pure, the Soul Mattes. And I still think this is such a nice palette, so I can't get rid of it. And you can't depot it because it's tin. So I'm not going to do that. Of course you can, but I'm not going to do that. So this is something also that I'm going to save until it's has gone bad or something. So then we have this Yves Saint Laurent. Just roll into my Panthos eyeshadow palette project. This one, bit boring. I have this MAC Face Color Forms 3 Warm Eyes that is in my 50 Shades of Green project. I like this a lot, but it's not a palette you could use like one palette. I have Clarins 02 Nudes. Very boring. I'm not sure why I bought these. The Saint Laurent one and the Clarins one. Dumb choices. I have a Delilah palette, and this I bought to travel with because it's like a cool toned palette. Not that cool toned, more neutral cool toned, but it's a good travel palette. It is. So then I have one Charlotte Tilbury, the Rebel palette, and this is very nice. It's of course the green one. I have Viseart Petite Pro 18A. This one. It's a bit boring. It's nice, but a bit boring. I have a Smashbox one that I tried to get rid of. I didn't want to throw it away because it still works. It's the Cover Shot Smoky Eye palette, but nobody wanted it, so I kept it. We'll see. I don't like to throw away things that works good. Who does? I have one Ofra palette. What is this called? Eyeshadow palette, Exquisite Eyes. Nice one. I have one Becca palette, and this is Ombre Rouge Eye Palette. Ombre Rouge Eye Palette. It's very neutral. And I have one Dose of Colors, the Marvelous Mauves. I like this a lot too. Don't use it that much, but it's a very nice palette, I think, and it still works. And I have two Paese palettes. One is called Luxus 111. It's a shimmery palette. This little thing, very old, but it still works fine. And I have this 103 matte palette, and this is actually kind of done. I only have this much left, and this is in a project, and it's repressed, and I depotted it, so it looks like this. So this is to me a single now, so I'm counting this as palette that is done. I know it's not, but almost. So that is going out, and and that was the only thing that went out, and it's not even finished. Is that it? I think so. So what did I do? I only threw away one, and that should be like I have 54 and 2 that I hadn't count. 54. I have to count. It's so annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 63. It doesn't add up at all. I don't know. I have no idea why I had 54 and now all of a sudden I have a lot more. Shall we count them in real life? Anyway, this is out, so I'm putting it on the floor to not need to look at it anymore. And these are out too, but in another way. So I'm not going to count them either. And this little thing I'm not counting either. You can see. That's it. So I'm going to count the real palettes here. If you see 2 palettes, no, you can see them, but that's singles. So I'm going to count my actual, not my list, my actual palettes, and we will see. 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 28, 29, 30, 35. Do we have 5 here? 40. Okay, that one, 40. And 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 50, and I have 53. I can't count. I don't know. I have 53. How is that possible? I have no idea. No idea. Very strange. I have to like control this list and just see what I have done. Oh, sorry. I know one palette that I can get here on my bed. Actually, sorry. Okay, so 54. This one, the Too Faced chocolate gold. I forgot that. This one. One more. So I have to really count and see what I have done because I can't understand anything. But I at least got rid of 1 and will depot 2, and 1 is done. That's pretty good. Just to get rid of some. The year before last year, I got rid of several. A lot, but not now. Okay, hope you liked it. Please subscribe and please comment. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.